Hello, welcome to another short video from In the Know. Today's topic is Point Zion. Where is he? Why haven't we seen him? What's up with that? All that and more. So, welcome, folks. The Pelicans are 4-2, and part of the reason for their success is they have been an absolutely elite offense. If you look at their stats, their offensive efficiency stats, they are number 2 in the league behind Memphis. And that's if you remove garbage time data. So they have been absolutely dominant when it comes to scoring the ball. However, despite their offensive efficiency, Zion himself is not having quite the efficient year yet. So what's going on with him? Right now he's at a career low 53% true shooting, which is a marked step down from the 64 and 61% that he put up in the past. But hey, part of that is missing 500 days of action and finally playing against NBA defenses. You can't simulate that stuff when you're coming back from injury, and Zion's going to take some time to get acclimated. However, I do think that some of it is how they're using Zion. And what I mean by that is if you look at Zion's play type and what kind of offense that they're running for him, almost 30% of his looks are from the post up. That's double the rate that Zion was getting under Stan Van Gundy. It was around 14%. It's almost 13% here. And then if you look further down as a pick and roll ball handler, he's only seen 5.5% of his offense come from this area. In fact, it's so low that if you go to NBA.com stats website, it does not show you Zion Williamson under the pick and roll ball handler play type because he hasn't even recorded 10 possessions. He's at 8. And then over here, you look at pick and roll man, it's 0.0%. They have not used him intentionally as a pick and roll man. That's kind of crazy. And don't get me wrong, Zion is a good post player. And that's kind of how Alvin Gentry used him when Zion was a rookie. Again, coming back from injury, he used him primarily in the post. And while Zion is effective in the post, there are often times the possessions end up looking like this. As you can see, the defense collapses on him, and sometimes it's a turnover or it's a block shot. So right now, while Zion is getting back into shape, I don't know if the heavy post-up diet is the best way to effectively utilize him. But how do you juxtapose that with having the best offense or one of the best offenses in the league? Do you really need more from Zion? I think so. Why not? You're leaving change on the table, and I don't think this is an effective way to play through Zion long term, especially when we know what he's capable of doing on the ball. So where is Point Zion? Should the Pelicans bring him back? Yeah, I think so. And if you look at this last Clippers game, they unintentionally did. They had a couple of plays, if you look here, with Zion bringing the ball down the court, attacking down the middle, and good things happen. He's able to generate clean looks when he is the primary ball handler. And that's something he proved he could do under Stan Van Gundy after they finally anointed him Point Zion. It took a while for him to get there, but he proved he can do it. So they asked WIllie Green about this, and WIllie Green admitted. Actually, listen to what he has to say yourself.
The thing that we did today that I hadn't done a lot was we just put the ball in Z's hand at the top, and he kind of played point guard for a bit during stretches in the game to try to take advantage of some of the mismatches. It's something that happened, but it's definitely something we've seen him do before that, we needed to use in this game.
If you paid attention, it wasn't intentional. Putting Zion on the ball as a point guard was not intentional. They kind of happened to do it. So one of the things Stan Van Gundy used to always talk about is if you're playing the point guard position and you're continually bringing the ball down the court and you're getting your teammates into your sets and you're grabbing and going off a rebound, that expends a lot of energy. And one of the reasons that they didn't used to do that kind of stuff with Zion early in the season is because they didn't feel he had the conditioning necessary to play that kind of role. Maybe WIllie Green and his staff are doing the same thing, where they're trying to preserve Zion a little bit watch his legs a little bit, bring him up to speed, and slowly introduce a diet of pick and roll possessions where he is able to be the point guard that he really is. If you look at this chart right here, shout out the Ringer, Zion's pick and roll usage increased dramatically as the season went on under Stan Van Gundy. And, if you look at these clips where JJ Redick is setting a screen for him, we all know what he's capable of. I mean, possession after possession, he's getting clean looks at the rim. If not, he has the passing ability to break down defenses and find the open shooter. So in my opinion, the Pelicans should really look at using Zion as a point guard again, but maybe they have to ease him into it. Be more intentional about their sets. Run some plays, maybe once a quarter, twice a quarter, where Zion has the ball and maybe CJ McCollum is screening for him. Let's see what kind of results those can produce. Oh, and while they're at it, they should consider Zion as a pick and roll man, big man as well. Mix things up. But I think there are a few things that the Pelicans can now do to increase his efficiency and take their number 2 overall offense to perhaps the best offense in the league, maybe the best offense in history. Who knows? We know what Zion's capable of. I would love to see him moving towards the basket rather than being a stationary post-up threat. And hopefully the team deploys those tactics soon. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Trying to get it all back at once. And Zion Williamson, yes, you're correct, and one.
Zion Williamson, once again, it's like he seeks the contact, A lot of people try to avoid it, but he's going at the contact.